Right guys, so welcome to the Masters Special Monday Night Golf Show.
The day after the night that was.
Yes, there'll be a lot of sore heads in Augusta this morning. And what a fantastic tournament it was. Unbelievable. We watched it together last night. If you might have seen our live kind of broadcast from the sofa of Peter and Andy's apartment, then hopefully you enjoyed it and had some fun watching it too.
I'd say that was definitely the best commentary that was going on last night in Urmston at my house.
Yes,
definitely.
100%. I think that's facts. So
I remember to keep tweeting Sky and BBC.
I think that'll quite easily blacklist us forever. So yeah, guys, we love the Masters. Unbelievable tournament. Obviously, first thing we need to go straight to is congratulating Jordan Spieth. Phenomenal result. Unbelievable win. Wire to wire win. Awesome. Epic.
I'll tell you what I found really, really interesting. Remember when he shot that round in Oz last year?
Yes.
And people were saying, no one else could have shot that last night.
Oh yeah.
Everyone last night, like Rose, everyone else after the interview was saying, I shot this score, that should have won. But Jordan Spieth was at another level, is at another level. I think that a lot of players see Jordan Spieth as, definitely potential world number one. And what's really exciting, they've got him and they've got McIlroy now, just going to be going at it. So it's, really looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome.
What's interesting as well is how close they are in age. Jordan Spieth, if you wasn't aware, is 21 years old. 21 years and 8 months old. Right, and he's just won his first major tournament with a joint record score. So he shot 18 under par, which is scary good. It's a shame he just bogeyed that last hole. Oh.
The thing is, though, that last hole was the first hole where you actually saw him. He was literally hitting the ball with a smile on his face.
Yeah, he chilled out on that last hole.
He was so relaxed. It was unbelievable.
He was really clinical all the way through the tournament. You might have noticed that about Jordan. A lot of people saying, he doesn't smile, he's boring, he's got no character. No, I disagree with that. I think he was doing a job. Don't forget, these guys, this is their job. They're out there to win golf tournaments, to earn lots of money, to become the world's greatest players. Maybe not in that order, it might be the other way around for those guys. But they're out there to win. Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Let's get emotional for his victory.
So if he doesn't show emotion, don't let him show emotion. As long as afterwards he has that big smile on his face. He was very, very gracious in a lot of the sections of the game yesterday. When Rose did that
awesome pitch. That was an awesome pitch.
Off like no lie at all. That Rose, was it
the 5th or 6th?
Was it that early?
I think so, yeah.
And he pitched it back of the green, spun it all the way back, almost went in, and Jordan just gave a little smile and a little thumbs up saying, well done, mate, that was really good. And I like that about it.
That's what we presume. His caddy could have turned around and said, we hate Justin Rose. And he could have been looking at his caddy going, I agree.
It's just when it just caught him in that bit. It's obviously, it should also be mentioned that the fantastic form that Justin Rose was hitting. It's a shame he just didn't quite take second place outright. He ended up joining with Phil Mickelson.
Well, that's the thing. Looking at the leaderboard, you got Mickelson, Rose on 14, McIlroy on 12, and Matsuyama on 11. If you'd have said to them and started
Hideki Matsuyama. I cannot wait for him to win.
Those scores, if you'd have said to those players, if you're going to shoot this at the start of the week, would you accept it?
Oh, God, 100%.
They'd snatch their arm off, never mind their hand.
A huge percentage of the time, 14 under would win the Masters, without question. A lot of people were saying the course was easier because it wasn't as fast, it was a little bit wetter in places, less punishing. But still, come on, it's the Masters, it's Augusta. Yeah. Those greens are like this table. Unbelievably fast, ridiculously undulating, and just so difficult to play on.
So just seeing some of the putts and some of the approach shots last night. 12, 13-foot putts, and players are aiming 20 foot right in the hole.
Do you remember that Casey one? You see the Paul Casey one, where I think he was on maybe 9, and he had this putt, and he literally tapped it, and it rolled 6 foot past, and the commentator said he's put too much on that. Well, it was just awesome.
Well, Dustin Johnson as well, when he marked his ball, walked away to have a look around, and it started going towards the hole on its own volition.
Scary, unbelievable. And Jordan's now gone up to world number 2. Here's an interesting question. We were doing this quiz last night. In the comments down below, without Googling Be honest here. Name the top 5. So you should know what world number 1 and 2. Can you name 3, 4, and 5? Because we were shocked.
There was one player in there that we couldn't get our kind of head around.
I think you just don't visualise him as being in the top 5. So, can you name the top 5 below? We'd love to hear your thoughts. We're obviously going to do a Jordan Spieth swing analysis. Goes without saying.
Yeah.
And then we're going to answer your questions as well. It was great to see Tiger actually there on Sunday.
Actually playing. I think he looked... I mean, obviously, apart from ripping up a tree root or whatever he did to almost injure himself, he looked relatively comfortable, relatively happy.
Yeah, he played well. He played solid. He had some really good results. He chipped and pitched phenomenally, which is something that a lot of people were worried about. And if you can chip and pitch well round Augusta, you can chip and pitch round well everywhere.
And I remember we were saying when he came back to his tournament and he had just probably the worst chipping and pitching display of any professional golfer that's ever played on a tournament. Like, everyone was just going mental. I don't remember what he saying at the time. You can't go from having the best short game in the world to the worst short game.
He had
in the world.
glitch.
It will come back, and he's a champ. He's a champion, of course.
And
he'll be thereabouts again.
This question got asked last week: can he win again? Can he win a major tournament? And I kind of said, I don't think he'll win a major, but he'll win other tournaments. I kind of retract that statement a little bit because I think he can win major tournaments again. If he just gets off to a slightly better start and then hunts it down a bit quicker, he can win major tournaments without question again.
I mean, it's one of the things, he might have a little bit of advantage now, less almost pressure on him now, because a lot of people don't remember just how good he was.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Just the talent and the actual amazing player that he is. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to him getting back into this season again.
It's great to see him back. And quick point on Jack Nicklaus. Jack Nicklaus released a statement this morning, which I think was fantastic. He was actively praising Jordan Spieth. He was actively encouraging and loving the young, as he was classifying it as almost the next generation. He was saying, you had his generation, you had, I think it was Tom Watson's generation, you moved it down to like Greg Norman's generation, Tiger Woods' generation. Well, he classified Tiger and Rory in the same generation, which I thought was quite interesting.
Ooh, really?
I would have separated them slightly.
I'm not sure about that. Yeah.
And then obviously now we're getting into the new guns again, Spieth generation. These guys are going to be good, and Spieth is going to win more and more majors.
Well, you just imagine the battle in Rory, Fowler once he gets back
going to be awesome.
To a little bit of form. It's going to be good. It's going to be good because you've got a few more. I know Jordan's not. You won't class him as a character.
No.
You just class him as a really awesome kind of golfer who just goes about his business.
But he might come out of himself a little bit more.
Yeah, possibly.
He might become confident on the golf course. He might then release a new confidence when he's actually playing off the course as well. And you never know. Yeah. After watching that advert of him, though, I don't think he's got a great personality / advertiser.
It's just practicing. It's just practice. It's all practice.
And obviously Ben Crenshaw's final Masters. It was an emotional Friday afternoon where Ben Crenshaw finished the last hole. All his family were there. All the ambassadors of Augusta were there, chairman, etc. And it was a really emotional, touching moment because it was just really nice that the way the whole crowd encapsulated the emotion in that final game, which was really good.
Yeah, absolutely. It does get like that. It's strange at certain tournaments, like the Masters kind of remember their champions and remember their kind of legends. So,
well, they do because they have the Masters dinner.
Yeah,
they invite all the guys who've won the Masters back every year. It's fantastic.
A bit of the same when, like, let's say, I don't know, Mickelson, for example, has his last kind of round there.
Yeah.
It'll be the same. They'll treat him like that. It's the same at kind of the Open. When kind of Tom Watson was there, obviously an open legend, and Nicklaus and players like that. Certain tournaments just have certain players that automatically spring to mind, and Crenshaw is one who springs to mind when you think of the Masters.
So thank you very much, sir. You've been a fantastic ambassador and player for the game, and hopefully you have a lovely retirement. Would you class it as now?
Well,
chill out.
I know he does. I know he does one. Him and I can't remember his name. They do one course design a year, pretty much.
That's it.
One famous course design.
Is it not the Aussie? I'm sure there's two.
I know
of them.
they've done like Brandon Hughes and stuff like that.
Yeah, they do. They do course designs every year, which I'm sure he does all right out of.
Well, because they're so good, like people are literally coming to them with these plots of land and saying, listen, this plot of land's better than their plot of land. Come and build on our plot of land.
They're saying like this plot of land is just the most incredible. This is your scenery. This is where it is. Do you want to come and design it? I'll go, yeah.
Well, actually,
I'm going to write a figure down on this piece of paper, and this is what you pay.
Bring me a napkin. I'm going to need 2 napkins.
So yeah, fantastic to see that. Also, guys, I did a competition on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram where I gave away a full day of coaching with myself down here at Trafford Golf Centre. I'm just too generous. At Trafford Golf Centre in Manchester, where we're going to do a full coaching day. We're going to go out on the golf course and play. We're going to film a lot of it for YouTube, and I've still not found. Not gone through all the answers just yet to find out all the winners. So 18 under was the score. If you placed 18 under, you'll be thrown into a hat. I might even do a video on it just to show you that it's completely fair, the draw. And then you'll be invited down to come and see me down at Trafford Golf Centre.
Like the FA Cup draw. You're going to get all those balls and that thing. Just get around.
Yeah, that's the fun. So, guys, stay tuned for that. And thanks very much for all your questions, shares, likes, everything else. And all your interaction just over the weekend anyway.
It's been really good.
My Twitter feed and our Twitter feeds have just been off the scale, which has been great. It's great to see. It's great to see so many people watching and getting involved in it, from young players to old players to every type of different calibre of player as well. It's great to see, and hopefully you enjoyed the full thing. So we are. Oh, also we did our Masters special videos.
Yes, absolutely.
So if you've not seen those, we did a tip and a challenge, 4 of them. We don't really need to worry about the challenges. That doesn't really matter, to be fair. Watch the tip ones more important. I thought they were more important. But you can check those out on my channel and Pete's channel. We did some draw challenges, nearest the pin challenges, Tiger Woods chipping challenge, sloping green putting challenge. Like I said, forget the challenges. Just watch the tips and you will learn a lot.
You'll also learn a lot from the challenges as well.
Don't bother. So guys, we're going to now jump over onto the mat, do a Jordan Spieth swing analysis, and then we are going to answer your questions, which we've got hundreds today. We will not answer hundreds, so we'll only answer the most liked. Guys, thanks for watching this little bit.
I was going to say, you were going to the full outro. I wonder where you were going with that. You were kind of building yourself up. So guys, thanks for watching us here today. Let's go to the mat.
Let's go that way. You got to talk to it, Pete. Get left, get left, get left. Go. Something that John did loads when he was actually playing the Masters. Just talk to his ball. He was very active after the shot. I noticed he spoke to his caddy loads after he hit every shot, which was, I like that. It's a good relationship. He's a golf coach as well, does caddy.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
They met when they were younger, and I think he coaches one of the ladies' golf teams over there in the States, or was coaching.
Oh, cool.
So I'm sure he's got some technical knowledge on him as well.
Not anymore.
So, Jordan Spieth swing. We have done it before in the past. It is slightly unusual. It is slightly unique. Mm-hmm. It's got a lot of. It's a good way of describing it. Almost uncharacteristically perfect movements.
Yeah, it's the best way to put it really, because he has such little strange idiosyncrasies within his swing, but
I love that. Wow.
But word of the day. They match up
perfectly
at impact, and which is the key.
And we was mentioning as well how consistent he played. Oh. He hit so many greens. He hit unbelievable amounts of fairways. Just awesome. I mean, putting as well was just spectacular.
Yeah.
But we're going to do his long game today because we were touching on how consistent it can be with not what would be seen as super consistent movements. So, Peter, get your Jordan Spieth setup ready, please.
Okay, so slightly weaker with the grip, left, which automatically feels very weird.
Now, one of his biggest moves, he gets into a solid setup, nice and relaxed setup, is when Pete gets to the top of the swing, he gets very flex there, which is unbelievably unheard of. You know, for a lot of good players, that's perfect straight.
Compared to
McIlroy, Tiger,
99% of the players on tour, that is locked out straight. But for Spieth, soft.
And also, he just keeps this elbow really tight to his side. He keeps that right elbow incredibly tight. Gets a little bit of bend in the left elbow, but it's compact.
Yeah, it's super compact.
I love that about it because he hits the ball at reasonable distance. You noticed Justin Rose was knocking it past him in pretty much every drive, and Justin's not the biggest hitter on tour. So he's not massive in length of speed, but he gets really compact at the top, and that's the big difference. I think that's what makes him, separates him to become very, very consistent in the movement.
I feel it in the back of my arm there.
He really keeps the elbow tucked. He really keeps them arms relatively close and a little bit flat.
Yeah.
And then from there, his rotation of his body is spectacular.
Yeah.
So once he's in that position at the top, he can just unwind his body.
It's very good because that compact nature of the top of his swing, that carries on throughout the downswing as well. So his body turns, it turns really powerfully through the ball, but his arms stay together and they turn as well. Everything's just very synced up.
Yes.
It's very, very, very nice.
So a good drill for that, if you did want to get a little bit more compact at the top of your swing, would be doing the old kind of head cover under the armpit drill. Do you want to do it? I'll do it because it's a darker head cover. You'll see it on my sweater better. So a head cover, driver head cover, wood head cover, whatever that may be, placed it under the right elbow can actually give you the idea of staying a little bit more compact at the top.
Yeah.
You'll notice how the elbow has to stay in more.
And that position there, I mean, that's a really good, if you just do that to the camera again.
This
Sorry,
way?
that one, yeah. This is a really good one. I like to use this one kind of in my lessons about getting that under the arm whilst extending the left arm up. Because I think that there is a technically sound position in many kind of respects. And then he's just able to keep that relationship coming down. But obviously with Jordan, he doesn't need that straightness of the left arm.
And you can, but it was interesting. I saw a video of him. Did you see the one that when he was 14?
No, I don't think I have.
There was a clip when he was 14, and his golf swing at that point was technically better.
Oh, really?
Technically,
Right, okay.
it looked more textbook, let's say.
Okay.
It looked more textbook better. But obviously, it was 14.
Yeah.
So, with the head cover drill, you can hit golf balls with it as well. The advice is to try and hold it in the backswing, but let it go in the follow through. If the head cover wants to go on the way down, just allow it to go. So underneath the armpit, keeping that right elbow tucked into the side, and then letting it fall out on the way down.
Your left arm was too straight there.
Oh, was it? Okay. Yeah. I'm normally a bit bent. In fact, if you GoPro it, if you start a little bit to the side there behind, you'll know. Hopefully, you'll see a little bit.
Okay.
One sec. You'll almost not know the difference in a minute.
God's sake.
You'll almost not know the difference. You left. Oh, what was that accent? Irish.
that was Texan Irish, that.
So, I'll tell you. So, that's why I hit it back.
Okay.
So, his swing at the top is very compact. He then uses his body incredibly well. He talks to the golf ball a lot, which I think is a massive thing.
Yeah.
But I feel that's why that compactness at the top of his swing is why he's been so consistent this year as a golfer. Why his swing didn't bottle under the pressure.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And then his putting is just amazing.
his putting is incredible, but the one thing you really want to add into that is it's very well having a swing which is compact. It's very well having something which is consistent. That's being said, he looked mentally like one of the strongest players that I've seen in so long, because when he hit a shot, he was giving it everything to the ball. He was telling it what to do, he was shouting it in, he was shouting it down. But by the next shot, by the next time you saw him on camera, no matter what had happened,
He was over it.
it was over. It had gone. Mentally, he was totally able to put it in the past, which is something so important. It sounds so simple to talk about when you hit a bad shot. So when you hit a bad shot, to have the ability to leave it in the past. So many golfers cannot do that. They
Very difficult.
cannot do it. It's so difficult to do. But he is able to do that so well. It kind of helps when you don't hit many bad shots, right?
True.
But he's able to do it so well. For someone so young.
Awesome. 21 years, 8 months, he's this good. Guys, we're going to now jump back on to our, how would you call it?
Regularly scheduled broadcast.
Yes. let normal coverage resume. Hopefully you've enjoyed the swing analysis. We're going to do a little bit more kind of tip-based activities in the swing analysis to help you emulate the golfers who are winning at the moment, so it can give you some ideas on your swing thoughts as well.
Well, as long as Jordan don't keep winning. 4 weeks we're going to be down to what he's doing with his toes.
Yeah, if Jordan's fit, you'll know every inch of Jordan's swing. Every single inch. Question time.
Question time.
Right, guys, so Jordan Spieth's swing analysis done and dusted. You can see there it's not the most conventional, but the way it works for him under the pressure, under the cosh, is superb, and hopefully you learn a lot from that.
Yeah.
We will be trying to do that swing for many more months.
I was going to say, just give someone else a go, Jordan. Please. Give someone else a go in the swing analysis.
Yeah, it's going to just be the swing analysis. It's just going to be the swing analysis, sponsored by Jordan Spieth and Under Armour.
I think we should reach out to Under Armour.
In fact, I've not. You know what? I've been quite good today. I've not even mentioned Under Armour once.
Actually, yeah.
So this is my little Under Armour bit now. So yeah, well done, Under Armour player, Team Under Armour, UA Golf at UA Golf. Well done, Team Under Armour. Right, questions.
Going to try and get in there a little bit more.
I got told I have to mention it 26 times in this video.
Well, you did it in that sentence.
Right, guys. So questions. We're going to fire over to. Are you okay today? I'm slightly worried about you.
I'm pretty rough.
To be fair, we didn't go to. I left Pete's last night at about 1 in the morning, half 1 in the morning, and then we're here at 8 o'clock this morning filming the Monday Night Golf Show.
It's just the weekend that preceded last night as well for me, so it's been a long weekend this weekend.
I've just been in here busy teaching, but Pete's been gallivanting. Right, questions on Peter Finch's Facebook. Go and check him out at Peter Finch /golf dash golf. The question was hashtag Monday Master Special, hashtag Monday Night Golf Show tomorrow with Rick Shields -golf. Your questions, please. Smiley face. I like the question. Face. A lot of people have responded to that.
I thought that was succinct, to the point, right on the nose. And you responded, guys, so thank you very much.
I love that accent. Carl Vincent. We're going to do, not in liked order, but these are the ones that have been most liked. Carl Vincent. Do you think the soft greens and lower scoring has been a good or bad thing at this year's Masters? Personally, I prefer the faster greens so that slopes can really take effect.
I mean, they weren't slow. I wouldn't say the greens were slow at all. I'd say they were soft, and that makes a big difference. They were soft, so you can hit your approaches in with a little bit more aggression, actually get them to stop on the greens where you want them to. If they were as fast but a little bit firmer, then that makes it a lot different. And one thing which obviously kind of no one said yet, there was no wind this week.
No, that's true.
There was nothing there. So if you found yourself on the right part of the fairway, you would be able to attack the pins.
Yeah.
Lower scoring, I think, generally is good if people are watching it to be entertained. Because, I mean, the US Open, the USPGA Open, USPGA, great events. But I often get a little bit bored, I've got to be honest, if I'm just seeing people scrambling for par. You want to see people make eagles and birdies.
I think it depends on what type of golfer you are. I mean, I love seeing birdies and eagles and the ball spinning backwards and the ball I love great golf shots. I love hole-in-ones where Jack Nicklaus had that hole-in-one where he pitched it past and spun it back. I know that was in the par 3 tournament. But I love watching golf like that. I know other golfers like to actually see professionals struggle.
The grind,
Yeah, I know that. I mean, I had a vlog out in Australia recently where I played absolutely awful for one of the parts, and everybody loved it. I hope that was no vendetta against me.
I was going to say, everyone's so mean.
Everyone loved it. But I think it depends on what type. I think it makes a lot of players, if they see really good players hit bad shots or struggle, I think it makes everyone feel like that. Oh yeah. They struggle, I struggle. I think that it levels the playing field a bit more. So I love seeing birdies. Do you like seeing birdies and eagles?
I love seeing birdies and eagles.
I would always prefer a really, really low score, but that might not be the same for everyone. Comment down below. Do you like to see really low scores, or would you prefer to see them struggle?
And just on that, remember, it was only the top 5 players who absolutely smashed it. You're looking at Spieth, Rose, Mickelson. If you take Spieth out of the equation, bear in mind Rose and Mickelson, 14 under through 72 holes. for those players, that's not stellar. So the course is still very, very tough.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
And then once you get past the top 5, once you get past Matsuyama to Poulter, 9 under through 4 rounds, you know, for these players, on an easy course, it's not an easy course. It's not an easy course.
I would agree. Sean Carr, so great question there, Carl. Sean Cartwright, I'll skip past it actually. He's asked a lot of questions, and I like this. It's persistence. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's asked about 4 questions, and he's had one of them incredibly light. So well done, Sean. Can you play too much golf? Can you play too much golf?
I think it depends in what context you mean. Because if you're saying kind of tour pro play too much golf, definitely yes. Because bear in mind, let's say Spieth is going to go from Augusta, now he's won kind of this Masters, he's going to be getting invited to everything all over the world, so he could be visiting all 5 continents.
He plays a lot anyway.
Yeah, I think the top players, because they're flying literally all over the world, they can get burnt out. 'Cause it's not just the golf, you know, it's not just the physical action of playing golf, it's everything else that comes around.
Yeah, the travelling.
Yeah.
The practice rounds, the pro-am, the press conferences, the workouts they've got to do.
Yeah.
You know, the sponsors meetings that they've got planned from. So I think from a tour pro, I think you can play too much golf. From an amateur standpoint, I do believe you can also play too much golf. I think you can play too much golf and not improve. So if you wanted to really improve, if you went out and played absolutely every single day, it doesn't always mean it's the success to playing great golf. There are times where you might just start to play worse because you're playing more. Yeah. I've seen that in the past, definitely.
Yeah, if you're just going out and playing, so you're not actually putting any work into your technique, so to speak.
Correct. And I noticed that quite heavily when probably again in Oz is my only real. I played 5 weeks. I played 7 times. It's a lot for me.
Oh my God.
I know. I didn't really hit that many golf balls in between, and I started to see my form deteriorate. And you start to forget actually what you're thinking about as a golf shot. You just end up just hitting golf ball, and you just play. And that's not always the recipe for success. You've got to put some practice in. You've got to divide your time between playing, practicing, working on your game, competitive play, social. You know, it's got to be split between everything. So, great question. I think there's a fight for both arguments, whether you can play too much or too little golf. Can you play too little golf?
Yeah, I think so.
We've experienced that a few times. Peter Stackhouse, # Monday Night Golf Show. What sort of swing speed do you need to have before you start switching to stiff shafts? Very interesting question, Peter. Thanks very much for that. Stiff shaft wise, so there's a lot of talk about I don't believe there's a set measurement. As soon as you go past 1 mile per hour from let's say 99 to 100, you should go straight into stiff shaft. I don't agree with that. I believe there are times where if it's a low, because it depends on the actual energy that's being transferred, not just the swing speed, the whole technique of hitting that golf ball, how the driver performs for you, how it wants to kick up, the launch angle you want to get, the spin rate you want to be getting. Yeah. It's not all down to swing speed. I mean, interesting test. I did some tests with Rob Potter, who's my 13 handicapper tester. He swings it, I think, about 91 mile per hour. So everything on every article, every book would say, what shaft?
Yeah, stiff. Should be the stiff.
91 mile per hour? You're a joker. What are you... Stiff or reg? 91 mile per hour. In all the articles. In all the magazines. I'm not saying what you think.
Well, you see, I've read articles where people with 91 miles an hour switch onto shift. I've read articles where...
I don't know.
I've read articles that say as soon as you hit the 90 mile an hour mark, after that, you're on a stiff.
I've seen saying 100 mile per hour. Everything up to 100, short than 100 should be regular, and then stiff from 90 on 100 onwards. So I don't believe there's a set measurement, club head speed, and also everyone's stiffs and regulars are different.
Well, I mean that's the thing. You can start tying yourself in such knots at this, because I could get a couple of drivers I've got at the moment. I could get my G30, the X stiff, and then I could get my TaylorMade X stiff. They're both X stiff. They're nowhere near the same flexibility. The ping is so much more flexible than the one I've got in my TaylorMade because of the way it's made up, the way it's been tipped. You can just start tying yourself in shaft. please, just please, if you're going to get some new clubs, get fitted. Just get fitted for them. Don't do it yourself. Just allow someone else in
Yes.
to actually have a go.
Let them
Yeah.
decide for you. I mean, I suppose it's a little bit like the only way I can describe it. It's almost a bit like every different clothing label has a different sizing guide. So you might be a medium in one certain brand, but then in a certain brand you might be an XL or a large or a small.
I mean, we're both small in...
Well, most things, yeah.
Most things anyway. So.
Yeah, extra small most of the time, really, honestly. That's what it says in the label once I've crossed out the XL. So, so yeah, it depends on, you know, I'm sure you've experienced that scenario where you said, I'm always a medium, I'll try this medium on, you get a medium on, and suddenly it's slim fit and it doesn't fit you. You've got to put shafts in that same kind of bracket. Not every regular shaft is the same. Not every regular shaft will fit you. Same with the stiff, same with the extra stiff. All different tips, all different stuff. You know, shaft absolutely matters, and I don't think there's a certain swing speed you need for certain shafts. We didn't get to the bottom of that answer, but hopefully we give you an idea of what you should be doing. Yeah,
that was 5 minutes. It was avoiding that.
Yeah, dodging the question, you'll call that. No, but seriously, go and get, like Pete said. Like Pete said, do go and get fitted. Christopher Longley, hashtag Monday Night Golf Show. As an everyday club golfer, can you focus too much on technique and forget to just hit the golf ball?
For the next few weeks, Chris, after what we've been working on in our lessons, no. You have to focus on your technique. If this is you trying to get out of it, tough. You've got to practice.
Strict feet.
I'm pretty strict in lessons.
Okay.
I'm a lot different in lessons. Yeah, I think in general, definitely. I think focusing, depends what you mean focusing on too much on technique, because I read that.
I think he's saying you've given him too much technique.
I think you should keep your nose on. I think what that reads is, can you focus on too many things within your technique? Because, I mean, I know when I get guys in from YouTube who've been watching a lot of videos, there's so much out there, you can consume so much knowledge. And I had a guy in from who watched YouTube videos the other day. Before he'd even hit a shot, he'd listed 9 things he was working on within his swing. Now, a swing which is over in under a second, you cannot control 9 things within your swing, and you forget what you're there to do, which is hit the ball at a target.
Yes.
Now, you should know, if you've played and you got in the zone, or whichever way you want to look at it, you don't think about your technique. You just play, and that's when you're most freest. You want to be focusing on your technique at the range. Then once you get onto the course, trust that it's there.
Right, okay, so next question we've got Nick. This is a great name. Chatterton, God be here. I got that right. I hope. When younger, what did you and Rick struggle with in your game, and how did you cure it? Hashtag Monday Night Golf Show. So when we were younger, so obviously we're still young now, and we're, you know, and all that. So are we talking now, or are we talking when we were young?
What do you want to be when you're older?
Yeah, I want to be a golf pro. What did I struggle when I was younger? I don't think I had any fears when I think that was the big thing. I think when I was younger, the only thing I struggled with was commitment. I never put anywhere near enough commitment in to make it anywhere near to being good enough, really. I think that was my biggest thing. What did you do to cure it? I didn't. I became a teaching pro. So that was one of the things that I struggled with, the commitment and the practice. I didn't practice enough. I loved playing loads and loads of golf, and it backs up to what we talked about before. But actually putting the hard work and the graft in, that wasn't my forte. I still don't particularly enjoy it that much now.
Yeah. When I was younger, what did I struggle with? I've got to be honest, when I was younger, when I was actually playing kind of a lot more, and when I was an amateur trying to improve, I struggled with every part of my game at different times, and there's no real magic wand to it. You just got to work on your technique and practice hard.
Yeah.
It's simple as that, really. So if you're struggling with something in your game, get a lesson on it and just practice and play.
Yeah, it makes a good point. If you think back to when we were younger, playing pros, almost trying to play, that what I struggled with was the mental side of things. I just couldn't hack it mentally, and to cure it, I became less bothered about the game. but less bothered about the score. I became more relaxed. And when I changed my career into more teaching, playing became a lot easier because I felt more relaxed doing it. Should we keep going down?
Yeah.
I think we've got 2 more here, 2 more here, 2 more here, and then we might shoot over to...
There's certainly one with a lot of likes, though.
There's one with a lot of likes. A little scallywag, Brandon. Right, Robin Greener. What are your thoughts on Jordan Spieth's technique, looking at the hole on short puts when making contact with the ball? 9 likes.
I've tried that, actually. I gave it a go for half a season.
Yeah, did you?
Actually, just looking at the hole, yeah. I think it was something I read in one of Bob Rotella's books, actually. I might be wrong, but it's something from a sports psychologist who was just saying on any kind of target sport that anyone else plays anywhere in the world, you're generally looking at a target when you're hitting it. Now, you can look at it both ways, because you can say, well, in a target sport, say archery or shooting or something like that, you're looking at your target all the time. You're looking down your sight, you're looking at your target. But then if you draw it back in, if you think about tennis or something like that, you look at your target, but then you're actually watching the ball all the way onto the racket. So you can look at it both ways, I suppose. But I tried that for half a season, and I didn't really see an improvement, or I didn't really. It was pretty similar, really. So I switched back to what I was comfortable with, but it definitely seems to work for him. And he just said it frees his stroke up a little bit, which I think was quite telling. So I don't think it's a technical thing. I just think it's more of a mental thing. If he looks at the hole, frees his stroke up, feels a little bit more confident, then why not?
Well, I'm putting dibs on it. I'm putting a video out there later this week about the advantages of Jordan looking at the hole anyway, which will be most.
Oh, is it later on this week?
No, today I said. So it's gone out now. I've already put it out.
Funnily enough, mine's already gone out.
I put it out last week or something. Right, so a couple of quick questions on Twitter. Matthew asks, thoughts on Rory's Masters? Good finish, just wasn't getting the putts dropping, in my opinion. Yeah, absolutely. How many times did we see Rory yesterday on the... I mean, he shot 6 under.
Well, yeah.
But he just didn't probably hole as many as he could have done.
It's the thing. He shows how good of a player he is if he can shoot 66 round Augusta and not actually appear to play that.
Well, it shows how good he is.
Well,
he came 4th, and he was not even mentioned that much.
It shows how high people's expectations are of him. To finish top 5 in a major is such a big achievement, but he and everyone else probably walked off that course a little bit disappointed with his performance, really.
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
I know he did, should I say.
Right, last question. And then we will cut from there. You better ask it, Pete.
Okay, so...
If you've not seen this guy as well, check him out on YouTube.
Yeah, so Brandon Cowley, just Brandon Cowley Golf, sticking into YouTube. He's doing some very, very original stuff there. So if you want to check him out... and
including impersonations of us.
So, question for Rick. I understand you were using a different driver in Australia.
Yes, I was, yeah.
When you played with Jasmine Finley, Golf for Girls.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Did you have a stiff shaft? Hashtag Monday Night Golf Show.
I don't understand why that's got the most likes, Pete, if I'm honest with you, because everybody knows I use extra stiff shafts. So, I had a big orange extra stiff shaft in the driver. Okay?
Yeah.
Just before we finish, guys, a quick update on the Pin Seekers app. So we did the Dubai videos with Mr. Ben Hacker, creator, CEO, managing director of Pin Seekers. If you've not downloaded the app, the links are in the description now. Available on iPhone and Android, and it's a way of you being able to input your scores. It'll give you a point system, and you will go up a world ranking. Everybody on the app gets a world ranking, and you go up. And it gets updated every Monday. Now, this was updated last Monday because it gets updated about lunchtime, and because we film this in the morning, we'll always have to do the week behind. Yeah. And currently, out of everybody in the world who's got the Pin Seekers app since last Monday, we are number 4 and number 5 in the world.
Obviously.
Oh, yeah. And Mr. M. Farrell, you are number 1. So, he goes M. Farrell, Jay Neville, Mr. Ben Hacker, because he played well in Dubai.
He did play very well in Dubai.
And then myself, Peter Finch, and then there's loads of people. Now, I can guarantee
We can't read all you out, guys. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of people. There's over, I think it's 300 odd people on this at the moment. It's going to grow and grow and grow and grow. I don't believe we'll be in 4th and 5th any longer after this, because we've not played.
We're not playing, no.
So I don't think we're going to be able to do it, unless we're going to play this morning.
We'll play tomorrow, but we
are playing tomorrow.
We won't know until next week about that. So.
Which I think we might lose ground. So guys, get on the app quickly, get up your world ranking, download it in the links below. Free app, and it's worth doing now.
Absolutely.
Cool. Right, guys, thanks very much for watching the Masters Special Monday Night Golf Show with myself, Rick Shields, and Peter Finch.
The season is here.
It's lovely to be back, Mr. Golf Season. Guys, hopefully you're getting your game sorted. I don't know where I was going there. Hopefully you guys are getting your game sorted for this year. Make sure you're practicing, playing, having lessons. Stay tuned for the who wins the competition. Do subscribe to the channel. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you need to check us on. Comment down below. We shall see you next week for, I don't know what tournament.
It's going to be the post-Masters special.
There we go.
The post-Masters special next week.
So guys, thanks for watching.
We can keep it run till June.
As always.
We can keep this going till June.
Until the Open starts to prep it.
Well, there's only one player who's going to win till then anyway, so...
Guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Ish.
Maybe next week.